Hey, never done that before, but never mind. Okay, so we'll wait for a few people to come on. We're just making an announcement, people. Something we want to bring out and take this opportunity, I think, to say thank you to everyone for the support we got. But we'll just give it a couple of seconds. Not that it overly matters, I suppose, chaps, because people will see it anyway.
Yeah.
So we've got to be quick. Our man there, Dan, he's at the back of Waterloo train
Hello.
station. On his way.
That sounds moody, doesn't it?
Yeah, Dan, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's just crack on. People can view this as they want. We've got a little announcement to make, but before we do, I mean, Greg, you've been on the show a couple of times, but for those of you who have not seen Greg's face, there you go, the man behind the Facebook.
Dan can take some credit for that as well, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I think I'll tell you what, Greg, over to you, and just say a piece maybe to people before we make the announcement.
Yeah, just about obviously in the last 12 months, the page has grown so much. And I think we can just tell, not even just by looking at the likes and the follows on the page, it's just the general interaction. So when you put a post up, the 50, 100 likes and now 500, 1,000 likes, and your comments, and there's good interaction. You get good and bad and everything, but genuinely we go through the posts and there's good conversation, there's good banter. Obviously, we try and get a good variety on there. We focus a lot on the non-league, but we do a lot about the leagues. We chuck in a little bit of Premier League as well. Usually, we get a slating for that, but never mind. And then obviously, we put in a little bit of the old foreign football and even obscure stuff. Posting about Montserrat the other day, which got some really good interaction, and even we learnt about Lee Bowyer. So, yeah. So all in all, we're just a football page which tries to do a bit of everything, and we're growing daily. And just thanks to everyone that obviously comments, likes, shares. Even
absolutely.
this, it's all good. So yeah, obviously we'll keep growing, and we'll see where we are this time in 12 months.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, go on, Dan.
I'm just going to take this opportunity to apologise for the spelling mistakes on the page.
We all left school early. Let's just put it
I never finished.
I'm honest. Greg's probably the man when it comes.
Yeah.
He probably stayed at school longer than I did.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I'm well educated.
Like I say,
you boys should see me at work, mate. I tell you wouldn't think much of my grammar at work. Christ.
For those of you that are jumping on, we're going to make an announcement very, very shortly. But before we do, Greg, what you were saying there, along with other social media platforms, I think this week for me with the FA Cup and everything else highlighted the importance of groups like ours and all the others that do the lower league and the non-league coverage, because the mainstream media just don't do it. Like I said, we had the FA Cup fourth round qualifiers, some sellout crowds, thousands and thousands of people. You had the draw coming up, and you know what? All day on Monday, TalkSport not even mention the FA Cup. So I think it's massively important what we're doing. I guess we just want to say thank you to everyone for supporting us as well.
I just want to add one more thing to that as well, Gav. Yeah. Like last night, if you throw it back to last night, obviously we was keeping an eye on the fourth round qualifying replays, and straight away we went on and we stuck up 3 or 4 posts. One about Russell, one about Hensford. These clubs that have obviously got through to the first round. In Russell's case, the first time in their history. And like you say, you reference TalkSport, you reference Sky Sports, and not a peep out of them. And what's sad about it, right? What's sad about it is if you go back a year or 2 years, you wouldn't have been surprised by some of the people on there that they don't highlight it. But now, the fact, and I don't want to bring names into it, but you've got someone like Jeff Stelling on the Breakfast Show on there, who's an advocate for non-league and lower league football, and all they do is still talk about the Premier League. And I think that's what makes us better. And the reason is we put a post up last night, and I'm not being funny. Everyone jumps on their social media in the morning, whether you're traveling into work, whether you're having a little browse before you get out of bed, first thing in the morning, having your breakfast. you see, oh bloody hell, I didn't realise that. This non-league team's done this or that team's done that.
Yeah.
That's why we're getting the likes, the comments, and the shares, because what I've found out doing this is so few pages will share what we share. You might get one or two, but there's a lot of pages out there that generic and they share the same stuff and it's the same write-up and all that, whereas we always try and do our own write-up and we always try and put
And
our own.
if we nick anything, we'll doctor it to make it look like.
No, really give them credit.
Just one thing to add as well on this: the mainstream media neglecting grassroots and lower league football was on Saturday when the fourth round qualifiers were being played. I had to get on the Sky app. Shudder. But anyway, I had to go on there because I wanted to keep tabs on the scores. I didn't even have the FA Cup on there.
No.
Sky did not even have the FA Cup results on there.
Because as far as I'm concerned, mate, it doesn't start till the first round, does it?
Third round.
This is what drives us on, people, and this is why we,
I'll play a game on Talk Sport. I turn it on. I like some of the shows, some of them are good, and I turn it on and I wait how many seconds it takes to them to mention Man City, Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, or Liverpool, and it's normally about 10 seconds.
I'd love to play a game, mate. Every time I turn it on, they're talking about
90% of the show in it when Keown's on. But anyway, look, right to the announcement. Okay, so I'm going to pass to Dan shortly for the real good news. But as many of you may have seen, we've been helping or trying to support recently Team Michaela. So I'm going to quickly. A lot of you may have seen what we've already explained about this charity. I'm going to do it again very quickly. So Team Michaela, set up by Michaela. Michaela's now 18 years old, and she's been battling cancer since she was 4. And unfortunately, it's sad to say she will battle cancer for the rest of her life. Now, what Michaela does is she set up a charity. Every penny of that charity goes to the cause I'm about to explain. And what it is, obviously, she's battled that through from the age of 4. And she wants to hand back something to the children that are now going through what she did at a very young age. And what they do, it's fantastic. It's absolutely brilliant. What they do, they simply have what they call a treat. A treat is an amount of money that is dedicated to a child who is currently suffering cancer, and they will spend that money on that child, or whatever they want. If they want an iPad or whatever it is, to the value of £500. So £500, or they spend whatever, they will spend the £500 on that child with cancer. Put a smile, bring a bit of light into the dark times that they suffer. So we've done some work with them now, but we've decided that we want to actually adopt them and support them as our charity of support. And the idea will be is that we will raise £500 every time we get £500. I've got set up a Just Giving page, okay, people. So as the football community, the proper football community, whatever you want to call it, we've got 124,000 on Facebook. I want us all to support this charity. Every £500 that we get in will go immediately to Team Michaela for them to then bring a treat to a child with cancer. And we will report on that, whatever information we can give. Obviously, they're children, so it will depend whether the parents would allow us to maybe have a photo with them so that everyone can see that the £500 that we've raised will go immediately to a child with cancer. I can't think of a better thing for us as a football community to do. It's just going to be ongoing. The Just Giving page will be ongoing. Whatever, we will look at events maybe in the future as well. And like I say, we'll hit £500, and that will go to a child. Everyone will see where that money's gone, and I'm sure everyone will feel nice and good for it. So we are asking for everyone to help support this cause that we want to do. Okay, so we want to raise £500. £500 is what they call a treat for that child. And every penny is spent on that child, which we will promote and show every time we do it. But Dan, we've got more to add to this, haven't we? So I'm going to pass over to you now.
Yeah, so anyone who's been following us for the last couple of years or 3 years we've been going, but the last 2.5 years we've been running a fund for the defibrillator to get defibrillator for a non-league club at grassroots level. And it's been difficult to raise money. Obviously, it's tough times for everyone, but we've got up to £575, which we're still way off the target. So what we've decided to do, and we hope no one doesn't mind, because it's a charity cancer, a cancer for charity for kids is an amazing thing. So we're going to now transfer that idea, that money, to go towards Team Michaela. So already we've got £600 now so we've already raised the gift. So just big thank you to everyone who's helped do the football cards. We've done them. Everyone who's donated before. So that money is now going to be going into the Team Michaela fund. So and because defibrillators, I've looked into it now, and there's so many organisations and trusts and the Football League who are now giving defibrillators to grassroots and non-league side. So we just think it's best if we can just transfer this to Team Michaela and just help a kid with cancer at the moment. I just don't think there's anything more heartbreaking, is there? So that's what we've decided to do. So yeah, so there's £600 straight in the kit already. So we've already raised £500 for one child suffering at the moment. So big thank you to everyone who's put into that fund so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I want to add to that. Now, on the 8th of November, midway through Kettering Town's beer festival that they're having, so I better get the headache tablets out, I guess. They're on the Friday evening. They're going to have a charity event evening for Team Michaela. Now, what I would like us to do, and with your support, everybody, is we've got £600 in a kitty now. Okay, I want to be able to go to that event, or we want to go to that event and hand over £1,000. Let's give 2 treats to 2 children that are currently going through cancer. Whatever you can give. Actually, I'll just pop up this link. I think not that you'll get it. We will put this link up immediately after this, and you'll be able to click on it and help us start giving. So we really want by the 8th of November to have raised another £400, and that will obviously make £1,000 that we will hand over at that event, which would be an amazing thing for us all and for all the followers of Proper Football. So we have set that up. It's along the bottom there, but don't worry, it'll go up on all our platforms after the show.
Michaela's a big football fan as well, isn't she? She's goes to Kettering, and she's a big Chelsea fan, and so she loves football as well, didn't she? Like everyone else. So
absolutely, yeah. And I think Chelsea did an event with her the other day and had to give her a signed shirt, took her to the game and stuff. Yeah. So she's a big football. And if you've seen what we've done with them already, people, Michaela is an inspiration to us all. This girl who is going to suffer for the rest of her life with cancer. And I can't tell you how much she blew me away. I know that. And I know she blew us all away. So we're going to get fully behind this, people. And as Proper Football, the community that you've become, let's do this, and let's constantly keep doing it. Every time, like I said, I'm going to repeat this now. Every time we raise £500, we will document it. We will maybe get, I don't know, they're children, so we can only try and see what we can and can't do with that. But we will document of some description so that you know where the money's gone, who it's helped, and maybe what treats that person has had.
Yeah, these treats as well, Gary, could be anything from a party for them, or a PlayStation, or a laptop, or it could be absolutely anything for these kids to just make their life better while they're getting treatment for cancer and suffering with cancer. So there's so much you can do with £500 like a gift, isn't there, for each child?
Just want to add as well, like, that there's a lot of charities where you donate and you kind of obviously that there's going to be a reward or like there's going to be like obviously something good to come out of it, but you don't always see it. Whereas with this one, obviously, because it's per 500 quid, there's obviously a gift. You're going to get to see, hopefully, like the joy on the child's face as well. If it is, I don't know, a toy or a PlayStation or whatever, we might get to see that moment. So people will kind of get a feeling that, oh, I've donated X amount, I get to see this. But also as well, it was quite fitting because today I put a post on our page of a lad who, like a Luton fan. He's only a young lad. I think he was 6 years old, been fighting cancer since he was 4. And it was lovely. He was confident and he was up and he was walking around and he was showing the players and the coach that he could walk. And, as a Watford fan, it highlights to me that, well, say highlights to me, it's obvious to me and it's obvious to everyone that cancer doesn't have any colours. At the end of the day, we're a football page. We've all got our opinions. And a lot of the time we agree, we disagree. We see it on our post on a daily basis. But it doesn't matter who you are, who you support, what age you are, what your views are. At the end of the day, cancer hasn't got any colours. You wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy. And obviously, kids is just heartbreaking. So, like you say, anything we can do or anything anyone else can do, obviously, it's just a great charity. So obviously, we'll just try and do the best we can.
Yeah, we're gonna pump it on a regular basis. It's people. What is so amazing, like what the guys have just said. It's £500 gift. Every time we reach that amount, then we know where the money's going. And all you people that get involved with this with us, and it is about us. That's us guys here, you guys and girls out there. Every time we reach that amount, we're going to see. You're going to feel so good about it, aren't you? See a smile. Let's give a little bit of light in the dark that these children suffer. And support Michaela, who is an inspiration, really is.
If you heard about the charity, Gav, I think they've raised £300,000 over the years they've been going.
Yeah,
which is amazing. They've received I think it's an OBE from.
Let's pop that up. So that's the logo team.
MBE.
Michaela. They've received the Queen's Award for voluntary service. The MBE for volunteer groups. None of them get any money out of this. No one gets paid. No salaries. Every penny goes to the children.
There's no CEOs who earn the money out of it. It's every penny goes to the kids. That's every single penny. So there's nothing that gets taken out at all, which is even more.
Absolutely. So there we are, folks. That's the announcement, and we really want to get behind it. We want the prop football community to support this charity with us, and we will put a lot of work into ensuring that we can give as many kids treats as we can and support Michaela and the wonderful team that they've got that put so much effort in. That's there we are. We will put up the link straight after for everyone to be able to start, and then we'll be promoting that. Like I say, we'd love to get another £400 between now and the 8th of November so that we can go to their event that evening and hand them £1,000. That's 2 treats for children with cancer. Okay. Just on another note, on the podcast, got to do a bit of advertising as well. Podcast, we've got an interesting podcast coming up this Sunday with Greg Lake, the former owner of Billericay Town and current owner of Billericay Town Ladies, and Dougie Brimson, author, film director and producer, who is currently working on a project, the Ray Lerner story about the chap who fought the terrorists at London Bridge.
London Bridge, isn't it?
Yeah. So it can be an interesting one. So at 6:30 on Sunday for that. And thank you all for watching. Do me one favour, everybody. Just on this one, please, would you share it? Would you, let people see what we're trying to do here? Share it as much as you can. We'd appreciate that. Thank you. But that's it from me. Safe week for everyone else. Dan, you.
Just hope we can raise it. Yeah, I'm sure we'll reach the target by the 8th of November. So fantastic call. So just hope everyone, all the football family, get together and help out a fantastic charity.
It's brilliant.
Smiling kids' faces. So I've got to go and drive a train now, so I've got to shoot.
Just echo what Dan says. Yeah, just
He's
echo
at
what
the
Dan
back
says.
of Waterloo Station, like I said earlier, but he is on his break. He's a train driver. He's not a curve caller. Greg, last word from you then, mate.
No, mate, I'll just echo what Dan says, mate. I don't think there's much more we can say. You know what I mean? Obviously, we've highlighted how good the charity is. We've highlighted obviously that cancer hasn't got any colours, and that we're a football family, and it's a massive thing, and it affects so many kids. So yeah, let's try and do the best we can do. Obviously, it doesn't matter how much or how little people donate. We'll just see how it goes. But yeah, top charity and a top cause, and yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Like I say, people share, please. This and the link when we put it up on our pages, that will be brilliant. And yeah, let's do it. Let's do it for Team Michaela. Say goodbye. Bye.
Cheers.
All.